It's pretty exciting, having a lot of guys that come back, and then you have a lot of experience too when guys come back. So it'll definitely be a good time next year.
What do you feel like you've learned this year about what you can do and apply that to games?
Sure. I mean, the biggest thing I probably learned was just smoothness within blocking. So whether you can be run blocking or pass blocking, like just being kind of calm within the fundamentals and smooth through your blocking, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but that's kind of how I see it. It's just like smoothness when you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've gotten some accolades too.
Sure.
Feel like you played pretty well this year.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of areas for improvement for me personally. Like when I watch the film, I see a lot of things I should have done better and things I want to improve on, and it gives me a lot of things to work on for Monday. I'm pretty sure that's when we're playing, and even next season, it's spring ball. So,
how tough was it to miss the last couple of games?
I mean, it definitely wasn't fun, but it's nice to see like Uncle Nick doing well and have some really good games. I mean, I'm always supporting him and working with him, so. Working with him in practice every day, so it's good to see him succeed too.
Looks like you won't have Logan for this game. What's that mean? I mean, Tyler's probably pretty good at center still.
He's really good. It definitely sucks, but that kind of stuff happens. You can't just get on the bus and drive away because Lojo's hurt. He'll be fine. So it's just a hand. So we'll be good to go.
Hey, we were talking about this earlier. Were you in the wing eating contest last year?
No, I was not.
Last time here? You weren't?
I don't think I'm doing it this year either. So
how would you do?
Just don't know if I'm as good as like someone like Bobo at eating wings. So
aren't you just doing like carb?
Are you carving out now? Or?
I'll probably start carving up towards like Sunday or something, Sunday or Saturday. But I mean, I'm just eating whatever they give me. I had eggs and bacon for breakfast, and then some coffee, so some black coffee.
Your diet's always all over the map. What's the latest?
I just like to keep it exciting for myself, Well, I just kind of whatever they put in front of me, I'll eat, and I kind of do the portions based on what the dietitian tells me to do. So, I think for lunch today it'll be 3 servings of carbs, 2 servings of protein, and then a fruit and a vegetable. And snack will be protein, carb, and vegetable. So, just whatever she tells me to do.
What do you think about next year? Would you like to stay at right tackle? Would you like to go try left tackle? What are you thinking? What's in your mind?
I mean, I'll probably stay at right tackle just because I don't know if I can get a left-handed stance. I don't know if I'm athletically gifted enough to do that, so I'll probably just stay on the right side.
You don't want to mess it up, right?
I don't know if I can. I don't want to mess with that. Yeah.
Trevor Locke, what have you seen? Is he's kind of a natural tackle, I guess?
Sure. I mean, I think he's really talented. He's more talented than I am, I think, just like physically gifted. He just has to put a couple things together, and he's be ready to roll. He's a big kid, too.
Really?
He's really big. I mean, he's probably 6'5", 315 or so. Depends what he's eating. I don't know. He looks pretty big. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
He looks pretty big.
But when you have a guy like that coming through, does that give you some excitement for next year too?
Definitely. I'm excited to see how he does, and I want him to really do well, and I'm going to be hard on him in practice. I'm going to be hard on him in spring ball and winter training because I want him to do well and be good for the line. So, the better everyone is in the line group, even if they're not starting, the better the starting line's going to be. So I'm excited for him.
What about Pieper? What have you seen from him?
Good. I mean, he's definitely improved a lot. He's got to put on. He's got to eat a little more. He's a little light in the ass, but I mean, he looks good, and he's really athletically gifted. He's probably the most gifted in the room. So he's got a lot of tools, and just needs to put it together.
You were the first one to give us a clue that Pieper was going to be good last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this. It was one of those interviews. You're like, watch out for this Pieper kid.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, you're
right though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's really athletically gifted. I mean, he almost outjumps Lojo, and he's a really talented kid.
You mentioned like Winter to me like last year too. Is he coming along?
He's
pretty
really
well?
talented. Yeah, he's doing a really good job. I mean, I think he's on scout this week, but we'll see how he kind of progresses, through winter training and spring ball. He's got the biggest quads I've ever seen. He has massive legs, so that's a good thing.
Pieper wasn't super heavily recruited, if I remember right. I guess
was it North Dakota and Iowa? I think.
Yeah.
But looking at that, you mentioned his athletic gifts. Like, what are those things that stand out to you or stood out to you when he was first?
I mean, like when we train together, like he can jump and he can run. I mean, I don't know what his vertical is, but I think he's got the guard record maybe for just a straight vertical jump. So he can jump and he can run and hang clean. I mean, those are pretty important things if you're going to play offensive line. So he's definitely really gifted.
How much does George Barnett mean too to come back? I mean, I know that was a big factor for Logan Jones. The conversation you had with him. Obviously, it seems like you guys are all pretty tight.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trusting him for how long? About 4 years, So I mean, even if I was, if I had heard certain things about different money options or whatever, like I would have, stuck with him because I trusted him for this long. So why not keep trusting him? So I mean, it's really it's kind of an honor that I get to play for him, and especially play for Coach Ferentz. So that's definitely kind of what means the most to me with him playing next year and even this game. So,
Did you get any NFL feedback?
I mean, nothing like crazy. You just kind of hear certain things, but
Yeah. You're just like, nah, I'm not
I'd
really
rather
interested.
play for Coach Barnett. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Why?
Just kind of the man he is and kind of how he teaches, certain things. And it's not even really football. It's kind of like how to act and how to conduct yourself as a man. So that's kind of, I think that's more important to me than anything else. So that's why.